For decades, people around the world have displayed a range of special powers and abilities. These powered beings came together and built superpowered cities to thrive in. My name is Angus, and I'm a journalist for the Daily Deposit. My partner Sal and I interview the citizens of Super City, investigating incidents and exploits, and helping where we can, holding the powerful accountable. Because heroes don't do paperwork. Hello, super citizens, and welcome to Heroes Don't Do Paperwork, the only podcast about events both big and small in Super City. I'm one of your hosts, Angus, joined as always by my co-host Sal.
Hello.
We're, of course, reporters in Super City, and we're here to bring you the news.
That we are.
Yeah.
This is sort of like the start of the news.
Yes.
For those of you wondering, this is it.
It starts now.
Well, it started.
Sorry, you're
right. If I had to hazard a guess, maybe 10 seconds ago, 15 at this point.
Fewer, yeah, it's 20 now, really, honestly. Yeah, so that's kind of how this works.
This is it.
This is it. Sal. Are we stalling, Sal?
Look, I
feel like
I'm not eager to tell the audience about what I've been working on, because okay, you say it as though like it became a thing.
Look, hey man, I'm not eager to my story was a dud this week, so I'm not exactly eager to get into this either. So just but we have to get full disclosure, full transparency. We're trying to have journalistic integrity. We should just tell the people what we've been working on.
All right. Well, as you know, now that I submitted my final assignment for my community college course, I was able to reinvest all of my time into the proper journalism practices. And I figured what better way than to kick it off with an interview with a very important person, a VIP as they're called. And, well, it's a little embarrassing, but they were trying to interview me. We had somehow booked each other as each other's interview.
That's embarrassing. So wait, so the person you were interviewing, they were interviewing you. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess it's not that complicated.
It's not that complicated. No, in fact, it's so not complicated. It's I feel rather foolish.
It's kind of just like people asking each other questions and not really getting any answers.
Well, the problem was that once we sort of clued in that we were interviewing each other, we tried to start like one-upping each other with our interview questions. Yeah. And, well, they were the better interviewer.
Oh, that's unfortunate, man. Yeah. Do you know what publication they're with, or?
They're with the Times.
Oh wow, the Times.
The Times. Yeah.
The Times.
I'm assuming like the current Times, not like.
Well, hang on. Hang on. How were they dressed?
Oh, that's a good question.
Was it? Would you say it was a contemporary?
Modern, like even? Yeah. Well, like a neo-modern, maybe. They had like
modern. So like long leather coat.
Yes. They had like I believe they're called a laser trilby. It's like a neon fedora-looking hat.
Sure. Okay, and they were better than you.
They blew me out of the water, Angus.
Wow. Okay.
I forgot to ask their name.
Oh, I figured because you weren't really saying their name. I figured maybe it was going to be a big reveal.
No, I still don't know who they are. I flubbed the interview completely, and they just have so much information about me now.
Okay, and that's okay. That's not great. That's not great.
It was probably the lowest point of my career. I'm honestly considering going back to community college for journalism. Probably should have done that in the first place when I think about it.
Hang on. Well, no, we've been journalists for a while now. I think we're in. But okay, back to your final project then. For listeners will remember, Sal was taking a pretty intensive course on how to season a cast iron pan at the local community college. Obviously, listen to last week's episode if you want to hear how we seasoned the pan through magical means. But like,
I did it the right way, but then I had to take a shortcut for reasons. Yeah. Listen to the episode. It's all in there.
It's all in there. But how did you do grades wise? Like, have you gotten a grade back? Or are you waiting or?
I got a P. I passed.
Oh, wait, so it's just a pass-fail type thing. There's no like...
Well, what do you mean just a pass fail? I passed. I got 100%.
That's
because the
good.
alternative was 0.
0 is all or nothing kind of thing. Okay. Well, hey, Sal, congratulations. And honestly, I think after this show, after this episode, once we're done recording, I think we should go out and celebrate, man. That's amazing.
Well, I have to be careful. There was a side effect from using that magical pan.
Uh-huh.
The time magic that was sort of residual on it leaches into the food a bit, as a cast iron pan is known to do. That's kind of why they're great.
Okay.
But I have artificially aged my teeth, so...
Let's see. Let me take a peek at them. Oh, boy. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell that my teeth have turned into dentures, and even those dentures have worn down, and I need to get new dentures.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to describe teeth as being old, but it is clear now. Yeah, they just became dentures. But hey, that's fine. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's the opposite of cool. It's not good.
Oh, come on. That just,
I'm anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 years old, and I'm already going into my second set of dentures.
Okay, well, it's not ideal, but this is just what makes you unique. Everyone in Super City has their own thing. And your
Why does my thing have to be teeth?
I don't know. Sal, I'm trying to put a positive spin on it. As you know, the story I was working on this week was also not good. So I'm trying to. That was
a bit of a doo-doo dumpster fire.
Okay, well, I don't appreciate the inside joke there. Yeah. So I was interviewing someone who I thought had an interesting kind of comedic power.
Right.
I was interviewing a man who has the power to tell if that sound you just heard was someone farting or if a chair made that noise.
Right.
And it took me a while to realize he was messing with me.
Of course, yeah. I could already see how that power could go to your head.
Well, see, Sal, this is what's even more embarrassing about it was he was messing with me. He made it all up. It was a prank phone call. I thought I was getting a hot tip.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, Sal. I know it sounds like a cool. That's why I wanted to write a story about it. But it did turn out that it was all a sham.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And actually, it's interesting now that you say it because you were kind of getting messed with a guy, and I feel like I could hear this humming during the call, and it almost sounded like maybe it was coming from some kind of laser type hat. Is that crazy?
Are you thinking that this laser trilby neo-modern aesthetic individual is messing with the two of us?
Yeah, we might have someone pranking us. Is it possible? Oh my God, Sal, are we developing an antagonistic relationship with someone?
Oh my God!
That's
the start of our arc villain era. Do we have
maybe
a nemesis?
Maybe I just okay.
This is exciting.
Okay, well, look. All that aside, I did get us a guest for the second half of the show. Really, really interesting. Honestly, someone you might want to talk to about this denture issue you're having. Maybe we could work something out there. But I don't want to give too much away. It's going to be great though, and we really needed a win after kind of both of our blunders. So I made sure I got us a guest with just a really interesting kind of role in society, and I figured we could really get a good kind of a public relations kind of article out there that would kind of give us a bit of a win.
I'm all on board with this idea. I have one question that I'm hoping you can mitigate my concerns. Does this individual just so happen to wear a laser trilby?
I don't think so. I didn't see one, but it was a phone call with them. I called them up.
Was there a hum?
I didn't hear the hum. I didn't hear the hum. But it's maybe that. No, certainly not. It couldn't possibly be. But so I think maybe we'll come back and sorry, one sec. Your dentures have kind of turned to dust.
Oh dear. All right. Hold
okay,
on.
We'll get you.
I'm gonna get out my silicone, and I'm just sort of gonna create some impromptu ones here.
Okay.
You outro us while I just.
All right. Well, we'll be right back after this ad.
Have you ever seen those lists on the internet that's like top 5 sandwich toppings, top 5 movies of the year, top 5 celebrities who have a very punchable face? You know what I'm talking about. The point is, all these lists drive us crazy because we have no idea who made them and how they even narrowed down their top 5 list. That's where my podcast comes in. My name is Tung La, and I am the host of Ranked, top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter. In every episode, with the help of a motley crew of self-proclaimed experts, we debate, battle, and work together, showing you the entire process of how we got there to create a top 5 list of any and every topic we can think of, like top 5 brunch menu items, top 5 fictional dogs, top 5 90s songs, top 5 Steves? The list goes on, and we will not rest till we rank basically everything. So join us every second Thursday in the Pod Cavern for Ranked, top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter.
Top five.
Okay, it's stuck together. So I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna use this little knife, and I'm just gonna cut. I'm just gonna cut it, so then we can kind of get some space in here. You can move your mouth again. Okay. Okay. All right. How's that?
Just crack
it.
Crack the jaw.
Okay. Just hang on. Just.
Oh.
Okay. How was that?
It popped it. So
it
we're
popped
good.
it.
It popped
Okay.
it loosened up the back.
Okay.
So now, all right.
It's kind of sagging a little bit. Your jaw.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll use a little bit more silicone to shore that up.
Silicone. I'm not actually sure I know the difference.
Well, I don't think it's important. We have a guest who's waiting for us. Do you really want to get into it now?
No, I don't. And you're absolutely right. People listening at home, please welcome to the show, Ethan Pace. Ethan is an accessibility specialist for the public space branch of the Department of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Access, PSBDDEIA for short.
Is it?
It's
EA for
technically
short.
shorter. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, Ethan. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Yes, my name's Ethan Pace. I'm doing very well. I am 43 years young, and I'm just excited to be here.
Wow, they never give us their age.
No other guest has given an age?
I don't
It's
think
never
so.
come up.
Think so. I am ambiguously in my early to mid 30s,
And I've already covered that I'm anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 years old.
Sal
shows.
just recovered from some kind of time dilation vis-a-vis his age. Just go back and listen to it, listeners. You remember.
Get caught up.
It's so great to have you on the show, Ethan. Honestly, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, just about the different needs of people in Super City, because everyone here is so different based on all their abilities. Of course, obviously, for example, I have a fleshy growth on my back that is sprouting all this podcasting equipment. I have cables and wires and ports all over my back, and Sal has a pretty decent strength gravitational pull around his waist.
What do you mean decent?
Decent,
I think it's quite strong.
Thank you.
I didn't want to say it was weak, and then I didn't want to say it was too strong, so that people would then get worried. You know what I mean?
Oh, gotcha.
I just figured decent was a safe middle ground, and it turns out it was not.
Well, you know what? I blew it out of proportion. Sorry, Ethan. Let's focus on you.
Yeah.
Ethan, accessibility, inclusion, equity, inclusion, and access are all very good things. I'm for them. And sorry, I forgot the fourth one, diversity. I'm also for that. I didn't want to imply in any way that I'm also for diversity. There's just
I was a little worried for a moment.
But blanket statement: if we miss any element of the acronym, we're for it. We're all for it.
Well, it's pretty short. PSBDDIEA.
Do
you want to give it a go?
PSBDDIEA.
That's
PSBDDIEA.
Oh,
that really is like music to your ears, Ethan.
well, I mean, what they say: equal access to all leads to infinite possibilities.
Wow, I love that.
That's really catchy. Ethan, so maybe could you tell us a bit about like what it is specifically you do with this, at this public this branch of the department?
For sure. So I am in the public space branch. So in our area, I'm considered a specialist to go around and check the accessibility of different areas, um, mainly buildings or access points or streets or public spaces. Um,
Okay.
there's a lot. There's a lot that's not done by our city, and you know, I don't want to. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I just thought it'd
Mm,
be a good
mm,
idea to get on the podcast and talk about it.
I, I
smart.
totally agree. Obviously, we're no strangers on this podcast. We've been talking a lot lately. It's gotten us in a lot of trouble, but particularly about how Mayor Hicks has done a lot of things to make this city into a dystopian nightmare.
At times, it feels antagonistic. In
It
fact, there was, of course, the Deep Cavern District with all of its stalactites and
Mhm,
stalagmites, but I'm focusing on the stalactites, of course, where the bat people would hang down from, and he had
mhm.
them all removed. He took
Yeah.
every single
Yep.
stalactite out of the Deep Cavern District,
Yeah.
and he never really said why. He just took
No.
them out, and now the bats can't hang.
It's
The
it's
bats can't hang.
Sal, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna make this right. Okay. So, Ethan, you go around to these public spaces like public parks, let's say, for example. Lots of parks in Super City, in the various districts of Super City. Lots of public parks. Is there like a common through line you're seeing of like something that's not a need that's not being met?
Oh, I mean, you know, there's always room for an improvement. I think. Can I speak ill of the mayor?
Oh yeah, we do it all the time.
Yes, just know that like it's yeah. You can yes, you can totally.
Oh! I've got a convenient way of working around it. Instead of calling him the mayor, call
Okay.
him the Flayer.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that that might
The
actually keep us a little safe. The flare, okay.
so if I was to speak about the flayer,
Mhm.
Oh,
which has nothing to do with the mayor, I want to
smart.
make that very clear.
Very clear.
The flayer, who again is not the mayor, used to have a lot of money so that we could, build strength and really reinforce our play structures, our different
Mhm.
areas. But
Mhm.
now, you put one super strong child on a slide, and that slide is gone.
That
Right.
slide's gone.
That's
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
child's fault.
No.
No,
God,
of
no, of
course
course
not.
not.
They
No.
don't. They quite literally do not know their own strength. How could they?
And
Well, they
and
could take a
honestly,
test.
they could
I
take a
suppose.
test. But I'd heard that the testing's been cut recently, and there
Mhm.
have been like
Mm.
restrictions on people's uses of their abilities and stuff like that. Very, very real sketchy
It
stuff done
was
by
a
the Flayer.
bold move by the Flayer to start trying to impose restrictions on the use of powers in a superpowered city.
Yeah, it was kind of the whole point. I figured the city kind of got together.
It was controversial.
It was. Thank you, Ethan.
I'll say it.
Oh, please.
Of course,
Dish.
if we're talking about the Flayer, we can all step up and be brave. Okay. So you're seeing some literal physical structural shortcomings vis-a-vis like stability and strength, which certainly when we're talking about play structures for kids seems important, because like I actually have kind of a kid I'm looking after right now. He's off at some
Yes.
he's I think yes. He's off at summer camp right now, but when he comes back, like I'm going, I want to take him to the park. But the park in my neighborhood, there are kids who sweat acid, and
Right.
they
Yeah.
chewed up the monkey bars with their hands, and that's not their fault. That's not their fault.
No.
It's not their fault.
Why are the monkey bars, able to disintegrate to acid?
No, they should be
Mhm.
acid resistant. With
Yeah.
these,
Ugh.
these are easy things. So Ethan, you seem like a good guy. Like what made you get into
Oh,
this business?
well,
Ethan, you do seem like a really good guy. You're flattered. I don't want to put
that
you on the
is
spot.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't been flattered in quite some time, Angus. It's
Oh,
Oh,
whew,
wow.
it's like I'm talking to two friends. It's whew.
well,
He's-
that's
Please consider us so.
yeah. Please,
You
man,
would
you seem
consider
like a
us
great dude.
friends?
Sure, of
I don't
course.
see why not.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Uh,
All right, whoa.
can
Are
I
you getting a little
can I be
lightheaded there?
Are you okay?
Can I be open and honest about something?
Of course you can.
Absolutely.
I'm going through something right now.
Oh, Ethan. Just you can tell us, man. Well, is everything okay?
Ethan, my heart is accessible to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so deep. I mean, part of me wanted to come on to talk about accessibility and ensuring, equal access to all infinite possibilities. I'm also going through a little bit of a divorce right now.
Oh no. There's diversity here, but it's your marriage.
It's being. Ethan, it's okay.
It's been a rough couple months. But
Ethan, well,
I was excited to be able to talk to, two hip, young or old guys, depending on the food.
just
Yeah, Come here. Bring it in.
yeah,
Bring it
come
in.
on.
Come here.
Oh,
There it
wow.
is. There
Wow.
it is.
These are oddly soft hands.
Oh, Sal's got you. Thank you. I moisturize daily.
Sal has very soft hands.
Mhm.
Ethan, honestly, man, like I want you to feel comfortable here. Like we can table the work stuff just for a little bit here, and maybe we could get to know you a little bit better. Like
Heart to heart.
Here's one. I love. Absolutely, man. I want to know you. I want to know what makes you special. Like I always love asking guests this. If you're comfortable, are you comfortable sharing what your power is with us? That I'm sure we could talk about that a little bit.
Sure. And you had asked a question about what got me into the accessibility field. I do think that accessible for everyone is infinite possibilities, but what really drove me there is I can calculate distance exactly by just looking at something.
Oh wow, you can truly eyeball it.
Yes.
Wow.
You need a 5-foot clearance? Pretty easy.
I didn't want to say anything, but your eyes are very prominent.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful eyes.
Would it be too bold of me to say that they're almost snail-like in how they protrude from your face?
Well, when I'm doing my job.
Of course. So you have the ability to eyeball distances exactly. That is incredibly impressive. That's okay. Well, how far apart are my fingers?
1.36 centimeters.
Wow.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna go across the room here. All right, how far away am I from Angus?
It's actually a very small room we're in. You're about 2 feet.
It's
and if
true.
I was to be exact, 2 feet 1 inch, 0.2.
0.2. And honestly, if we had a ruler lying around, I bet you'd be spot on. This feels right. Well, shit.
I actually have a ruler right here.
Oh,
no one ever believes me.
Well, let's see. Okay, I still have my fingers where they were. Oh wow, shit. Okay, and you're Sal, and just give that to you.
All right, and 2 feet.
He's bang on.
1 inch, 0.2.
0.2. Wow.
Oh my god.
Every time.
Look, Ethan. This isn't about the interview. I just want to be real with you for a moment.
Off the record?
Well, kind of. We have a storied history with that. Go back and listen to the past episodes. I'm looking to buy a bookshelf, but for the life of me, I cannot work a measuring tape. It's just not in my skill set.
Yeah.
Would you mind, after this, maybe coming back to my van and helping me scope out the space for this new bookshelf I want to buy?
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
As interviewer, interviewee, or as friends?
I think the answer is obvious, but I will say it to be deliberate. Friends.
I absolutely will.
How could anyone divorce us, man?
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like you seem so on top of things. Like what happened?
Yeah, too forward of us to ask what's wrong with this person.
Now. Yeah, you're like, what happened?
Maria is lovely. She's
of course
the light of my life, or was the light of my life.
Wow.
Right.
What
happened?
I wish it was just one thing, but the two of us kind of drifted apart, and I kept saying
How
how
far
far
apart?
apart
How
we
far
were.
apart?
Currently?
Yeah. So I see. So you kind of kept giving her a play-by-play on how distant you guys were becoming, and that was kind of annoying, I guess, to her.
She did not love it. She kept saying, it doesn't need to be always said how far apart we are. And I said, emotional or physically, because I can give you both.
So you are able to measure how emotionally separate two people are.
Well, okay, Angus, can I be honest with you?
100%. You certainly may.
Yeah, I was
As
making
friends.
up the emotional piece. It was how I was feeling. But the
Oh,
physical piece,
right,
I was
right.
always right.
Of course,
Of
always
course.
right. So, okay, wow.
Mhm.
That's
That-
tough, man.
That's tough. And Ethan, I've had quite the storied history with relationships,
Mm.
and I feel that you've put it accurately. It's never just one big thing that
Mhm.
leads to a breakup. I mean, it can be one big thing.
A
Yeah.
lot of little.
It's oftentimes a bunch of little things that build up on top of each other, and they drive a wedge between two
Mhm.
individuals. Now, once I don't want to open up old wounds, but can you think of maybe a wedge that was created between you and, sorry, it was Maria?
Maria.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if there was one particular wedge, I maybe would always just call her to see how far away she was, because I couldn't always see her. And I just feel like you need to
So-
have that information.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right. Of
She
course.
thought I was being clingy, which I
Mhm.
heard.
Mhm.
And I tried to change, but
Mhm.
I'm going to be
But you
honest,
gotta
it's
know.
in my nature. I gotta
Of
know.
course. Of course.
You gotta know. Wow. Okay.
I imagine there must be some level of comfort that comes with knowing how far someone you care about is from
Exactly.
you at all times. And
I
when you
thought it
can't
was a form of
detect
love.
that.
Yeah.
Well, did you
Mm.
tell her this that's how you feel connected to her, is knowing exactly where she is at any given time?
You
Or I
think
guess
that would
just how
help?
far away? Well, yeah. I mean,
I couldn't hurt at this point. You're getting divorced.
yeah, that's true for one thing. But I do think honesty is the best
Oh.
policy. And who knows? Maybe if she knows what your need, like what you're worried about there, then maybe she'll understand more. Because like Sal and I, we've our relationship, our friendship here has been through some rough patches.
Boy,
But
has it.
boy has it. But we had a civil war between
Mm.
between us way back when. We had
Whoa.
to sign accords and everything. Yeah, it was a whole
It's
thing.
still
Go
up
back
on
and
the
listen
wall
to it.
there.
It's true. Go back and listen to it. But what we do is when one of us is bugging the other person, we nip that in the bud right away.
We do.
Like Sal, for example, chews really
Okay.
loudly when he's drinking his orange juice.
Right.
And so I tell him, I'm like, hey man, do you mind not chewing your orange juice so loudly?
And
And
then
then
I
he
tell
says-
Angus, of course, that I like the extra pulp,
The pulp.
but
Ah.
it doesn't allow for a smooth drinking process.
Mhm.
And so what he does is he just comes right over and he gives me a little nip on the butt, and then I know to knock it off.
I just love
That's so cute.
It is pretty cute.
Do you think that would work for me and Maria?
You might want to reestablish the bond before you go right for the butt pinch.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know
a
if you should start
more
with the
advanced
pinching.
maneuver.
Mhm, mhm.
We're
Okay.
rock solid, Angus and I.
We are. But okay. Oh man, Ethan, I want to help you with this. How long has this been going on? This divorce,
Yeah, 4 years.
Okay,
Oh.
so it's done. It's done.
Well, we don't know that. I haven't signed the papers.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
oh, Ethan. Oh, dear.
Okay.
Do you know how close you are to signing those papers?
Wow, what a question. Only a true friend would ask me that.
Yep.
I didn't think I was close, but maybe if I had 2 close friends with me.
Oh wow.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
You don't have
12 to 14 and a half inches away.
Oh wow. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. You don't have them. You don't have the papers with you, do you? Do you carry them on you?
Well, potentially in my pocket. I just always happen to have
Okay.
the divorce papers.
For listeners, he pulled out he pulled the papers.
Well,
Yeah,
boy.
8.5 by 11.
Thank you. I mean, I probably could have guessed that one, but
Well, hold on. Standard legal is 14 by 11, so 8.5 by
okay.
11 is a bit of a deviation.
Yeah, he printed these
It's
ones
a very
off at home.
short divorce.
It's okay. Well,
All right. Look, Ethan, you're
Mhm.
look. I'm something of an expert in both nuptial cancellations and paperwork.
yeah.
And I don't want to brag. I have a special pen I use for such occasions. Allow me.
Divorces?
Oh, more just signing paperwork, but it has been used for prior divorces.
You're not talking about the albatross, are you, Sal?
Of course, I'm talking about the albatross.
Okay, Ethan, you don't know this, and this hasn't been in previous episodes, because but Sal has this very special pen. It's called the albatross. Yeah, listen to the sound it makes when you twist the cap off. That's
I have to get out the inkwell.
Yeah, it's pretty elaborate, but when he brings this pen out, it's there's two things. One, it's very serious, and two, he's doing it for a friend.
Hold on, I have to put on my bureaucrat's warrior makeup.
Yeah, he's got to do this whole.
It's a very beautiful.
It is. It is this lip liner eyeshadow. The incense is a little pungent for me. He's kind of just
strong.
doing. It's strong, but it's his way. He's doing some baby powder kind of all over the face. Very.
One must be completely devoid of moisture before initiating a signing, lest any fingerprint moisture get onto the paper and ruin its plainness. Here, you can use my baby powder. I know you didn't bring your own.
Go ahead.
Here you are, the albatross. Careful. She handles smooth.
So
It's a heavy pen.
Mm-hmm.
For a heavy decision, Ethan. But we're here. We're your friends, and honestly, man, we think it's time for you to kind of move on. Like we think this would be best for you, and best.
You don't
for
think
Maria.
you don't think I can pull this together?
I based on
4 years out, it's a
4 years.
gamble.
Do you?
But Ethan, if there was someone who could pull it off, I think it would be you.
Oh, hang on. Hang on, maybe
So I
close
shouldn't
are you
sign
to
the
signing-
papers.
Yeah, how close are you to signing it now?
Oh,
That's what you
about
got
6.3 inches.
Okay, so we got
I'm
closer.
lifting
but
this.
he's stopped. Okay.
You know
Look.
what might help?
Please.
Oh,
Could you both tell me the thing you love about me the most?
Oh, yeah, totally. I'll go first. I really love how touched you've seemed like to feel when we've that. Yeah, when we've had you on the show or when we've addressed you. I don't know, it just feels like you're really listening to the things we're saying, and that's a rare quality these days. And so I really like that. You seem like a good listener.
I like that when the sun hits your features, it's like light hitting spun gold on your hair and light reflecting off of a crystal clear lake when it touches your eyes. And
I've never felt
like
more
I'm-
seen.
Okay, well that's a bit better than mine. Can I? No,
No, we
it's
don't
fine.
have time.
No,
We don't
no,
have
you
time.
can
We
go
don't have
again,
time.
Angus.
I like your snail eyes and how far from your body they go. Shit, I'm sorry. I
Sal's
fucked
is still
up.
better.
Sal's is still bad. That's fine. You know what?
Look, Ethan, we can't tell you to sign these papers. That's not our decision to make. But in the same way, if there was someone who could possibly salvage this relationship, there's only also one person who can end it.
Mm.
It's you.
Maria? No, it's me.
No, it's you. It's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She turned her key already. You kind of need to turn your key.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
The-
like Ocean's
You're
11.
just-
like Ocean's 11, which if you wanted, we could go watch in Sal's van after this.
yes, it's always on loop.
We can't get the tape out of the VCR, so it just keeps playing.
I'm going to do it.
Wow.
And 3 centimeters, 2 centimeters,
Oh my God.
1 centimeter,
Wow. It's
Wow.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Come
Easy,
here.
easy. Here,
It's
come,
okay.
here, come
Easy.
here, big boy.
Easy.
Come here.
Easy.
Come here.
Easy.
Come here.
Bring it in.
There it is.
It's okay.
There you
It's
are.
okay. It's okay.
I can tell how far apart we are. 0.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's 0. It's 0,
Oh.
buddy.
It's 0.
It's 0.
It's 0.
So, hey man, if you wanted, we're always looking for, new articles to write for the newspaper. If you wanted, maybe you could, have a reoccurring panel with us or
Mhm.
column,
Yeah.
a reoccurring column with us. Yeah, and we could detail various things in Super City that could be done to, better include everyone, with the infinite possibilities and whatnot.
Inclusion for all.
Would that, yeah,
That would
Inclusion
be
for all.
fantastic.
would
that would
would that make you
Make my
feel better?
4 years.
Wow.
The best thing in the past 4 years. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, the bar was low. The
Yeah,
bar
now-
was 0.
The bar was
I- Let's close the cover on that last book of your life. Those 4 years, they're done. The new
They're
book
done.
starts today.
Wow.
How about we kick this off with a bang? Let's hear what your most exciting project you're working on is today.
Exactly. Yes. What you got? for
What
us?
am I working on?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm currently putting in entrances for those who fly into 4 buildings downtown, which has been a bit of a headache because of the flare.
Yes.
Right,
Good.
of
good.
course.
Yep.
But just because someone flies doesn't mean that they can't have an access point to a building.
That's a fair point. Now, I have a question. How do you decide which floor of the building to make such an entrance?
Oh,
Is
what
it
a
top
question.
floor, mid floor, just slightly higher on the ground floor?
Yeah. Is there like
In
an
a perfect
average
world, multiples.
Mhm.
Uh,
Right, of course.
But if you have taken a look into our budget lately, we've
Mhm.
unfortunately had to go, you have the ground floor and then the top floor, which isn't good for
Gotcha.
everyone. So I
No.
wouldn't say
Especially
infinite
those who can only sort of-
possibilities.
Yeah, if there's like an average cruising altitude that's somewhere between those two floors, then that person's there's no real benefit to them flying. They've got to go all the way up to the top or land. So I get that. Man.
Correct.
Okay, that's a pretty noble cause, Like that's and honestly, it would help a lot of ways. We'd clear up the street traffic a lot more
Mhm.
because those people would actually be able to fly
Exactly.
to work. Okay, I like this.
The
This
amount
is
of
good.
times I'm walking on the sidewalk or I'm
Mhm.
cycling on a bike path and some jerk is flying at the same level I'm
Yes.
cycling.
Yeah,
And you know what? That's on me because here I am, even
Yeah.
now, saying they're a jerk, and I realize, well, where's their infrastructure?
It's the
Where's their
system
fly
that's
lane?
holding them back.
It's the system.
I got
It's the
clipped.
flare.
It's the flare. I got clipped by a low flying guy this morning. That's why my shoulder's bleeding.
Oh wow! Look at
Yeah,
that.
Butterfly
yeah,
boy?
Yeah.
Not to
Yeah,
call anyone
yeah.
out.
No, is it that it's that obvious? Yeah. It's he
Well,
clipped me
there's
bad.
obvious proboscis entry points there.
Yeah, he sucked on my neck a little bit. It wasn't.
Your blood sugar's just so high.
It wasn't. My blood sugar is.
Angus
quite
is a sweetie.
high. Aw.
Aw.
Thank you, Ethan. Well, Ethan, this has been really great, man. And honestly, I've really enjoyed talking with you today. We'll have to keep in touch, man. We can
Let's
hear more
exchange
about your...
phone numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh,
let's
yes.
exchange. Let's have a guys' night hangover.
Guys, we can watch
hangover,
Ocean's
hangover.
11.
And Ocean's 12?
And- let's
We'll
see
fig-
if we can get the VHS out
Yeah,
first.
we'll
Deal.
figure it out. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Heroes Don't Do Paperwork. For those of you listening at home, remember, try to do the right thing.
Goodbye, Ethan.
Bye.
Ethan. That seems like a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, my phone's buzzing.
Oh.
How far away are you?
Oh, it's Ethan. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm getting a Snapchat right now. He looks sad. Okay. All right.
Still a little vulnerable. I
Uh,
am near. I'm just
yeah.
gonna write back. I'm near.
You know what? I'm going to turn location services on. See if I can establish some kind of GPS link with
Or
him.
like
just
drop
to-
a pin.
Yeah, maybe drop a pin. That might help him a little bit. Yeah. Poor
I
guy.
want to go watch Ocean's 11.
I totally want to go watch Ocean's 11.
Hey everybody, Angus here. As always, Sal Bedfellow was played by Matthew Wally. Ethan Pace was played by Jason Summers. If you like the show and want to support it, or any of the other shows on the Podcavern Network, consider leaving a like, or a review, or telling a friend about it. All that stuff really helps us out. And you can head on over to podcavern.com and check out our merch store. We've got lots of cool hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. Anything you buy there helps us keep the lights on here. Thanks for listening.